Welcome back, everybody, to another Ozonics Gaming Dragonfire Real Raw Authentic Reactions, where we do the realest reactions possible, very limited editing to keep everything real and flowing as naturally as possible. We're back with a new one tonight. It's been a minute. I will put up a further post on this on the community, a little more in depth. But try and leak between getting rushed to the emergency room and staying in the hospital for a few days, the hurricane smashing through my area, and my cat passing has not been easy. So my energy is lacking. That is why I feel mentally unwell and physically. I wanted to try to keep busy and push forward. So with that being said, we're going to react to a brand new song by Gremlin, featuring an artist by the name of Devaroux, I want to say. I think it's Devaroux. It is called Oh Child. For those that don't know, Gremlin is a rapper. They ask me, he is criminally underrated rapper. He's very, very dope. I enjoyed his music. He covers a lot of stuff, a lot of mental health stuff, and stuff like that. So I'm interested in seeing what he is cooking up here, and who Devaroux is, how they sound, and what the song is about, other than the fact of being about Oh Child. I kept you long enough. Let us check this out together and see. Alright, we got keys. Oh. Okay, this is based on a true story. That's gonna put a whole new spin on this. Keys are punchy. Man, I really want to see what this is. She was a young teenager, socially awkward, so all the girls would hate her. They call her names and make her feel ashamed, but not before they slammed her on the pavement. Face. Okay, this is what we're doing. I'm going to back it up a little bit more. All right. I know how that is. Know how that is. Fuck bullies, by the way. Was a young teenager, socially awkward, so all the girls would hate her. They call her names and make her feel ashamed, but not before they slammed her on the pavement, face first. They made every day worse, so she started cutting with the blade to restrain all her anger. But there was a reason she was stranger. When she was a little girl, a relative raped her, and she couldn't forget it. As hard as she tried, she just sit on the bed in the dark and she cried out to God, and every time screamed why. She can't move forward cause her mind rewind. Started giving up on school and was falling behind. Knew that she shouldn't miss but couldn't decide on whether or not she should live or just die. Cause no. Oh, Jesus. And decide whether she should live or just die. And struggle I deal with all the time. Rewind, started giving up on school and was falling behind. Knew that she shouldn't miss but couldn't decide on whether or not she should live or just die. Cause nobody knew how she was feeling inside. Oh child, I hope you know. Gorgeous voice. You'll never have to take on this life alone. I feel like this. I feel like this. I feel like you. But I have to do this. I'm so sorry. Inside. Oh child, I hope you know you'll never have to take on this life alone. I think that's what everybody wants to hear. I'm sorry I'm pausing, but I do think that's what everybody wants to hear. It's going through it. And that's for the Oh Child part, but you don't have to go through this life alone.
Oh, child, I'll help you grow into a burning flame in this world so cold.
I have a bad feeling
She
where
was
this is
struggling
headed.
with low self-esteem and couldn't never sleep without promethazine, cause she didn't want to see all of those hellish dreams and have to relive all of those helpless screams. But the scene replays every damn day, so every day she would see his face. She tries to escape but can't beat his pace, and now she wants to leave this place. She's becoming suicidal cause she feels neglected. Not even the Bible can make her feel accepted. Thought God wasn't right cause he left her unprotected, but loved him despite that he never even stepped in with all of her might. She tries not to end it and she puts up a fight, but life was getting hectic. She was losing faith now more than ever, but still had a smile trying to hold it all together, until she was so sick of the pain that she laid on the train track. Suicide was on her mind and there's no way back. She broke down on the phone to her mom and explained it. The crazy part was she related. She understood what she was feeling, cause it happened to her too, and hearing that was healing. Quick change of heart, it was in that instant that she tried to leave there, but her foot slipped and the train came, hit her, split her in half. Hit her so hard it didn't give her the chance to quickly react or to feel the impact. And just like that, instantly detached from her body and planet. And heartbroken mother, I'll never understand how the world let her suffer. Instead of helping, they hurt her, and I call that murder. The very last words that she heard were,
Oh, child, I hope you know you'll never have to take on this life alone. Oh, child, I'll help you grow into a burning flame in this world so cold.
That fucking went dark. I think what hit so hard on that is this isn't just a, a creative way of expressing stuff. This was based off of apparently an actual thing. Fucking terrible. I'm gonna flip it over to the other side, and we will give my final 2 cents on Gremlin, O Child featuring Devaroux. Hope to see you there. All right, guys. That was Gremlin, O Child featuring Devaroux. It's definitely going to be on my playlist personally. Another really dope Gremlin song. Devaroux has a gorgeous voice. The piano track here was very good, very punchy, very emotional. Gremlin's delivery was great as always. And this is a sucky story. Yeah, it's not an unfamiliar story, unfortunately, for many out there. Yeah, you never know what someone's going through. Yeah, it doesn't take too much to be kind. People are going through enough bullshit in life. They don't need somebody beating them down, kicking them, and just creating it to be compounded on top of compound after compound after compound, to the point where you can't even breathe anymore. When you can barely breathe to begin with. None of us want to be alone. That's all we really want, to be understood, to not be alone, to be understood, to want to see that light. And sometimes people can be that beacon of light for you, but when you have nobody, yeah. And she had a great line. They had a great line in the song. Tried to get away from the memory of the piece of trash that did what they did to her, but couldn't outrun them. Their pace was much faster than her mind's pace. Personally, I understand that, both from the topic at hand, and just in general. Our monsters are really fast. We try to outrun them, but you really can't. And the unfortunate thing here is with her story, it seemed like she was finally seeing that beacon of light. And due to her situation of where she was at, being the train tracks, and apparently her getting snagged the last second where she couldn't get free, and the train do what trains do. And an unfortunate event happened. You know, she went out there with that intention, but then got that beacon that she was looking for. And then, tragic fucking turn of event of the train. And she should have never been out there. And that's not her fault. You know, I understand what it is to be pushed to that point. I have attempted that very stuff many times throughout my life. It's been a while, but and I know what it's like to go through what you go through, and then people bully, neglect, treat you like trash. And to be in that thing, you know, in a lot of ways, you're pushed into her being on that train track. You know, because we're human beings, right? You can only take so much. I don't care who you are. You can have the strongest person in the world, beat them up with their condition of whatever they're going through for a long enough period of time, with people bullying, neglecting, not feeling understood, accepted, et cetera, you're going to break. It's going to happen. You know, you already don't feel worthy and like that you should be here. You feel like a burden to everybody, and then people constantly remind you of that. You know, it's not a shock where it sometimes leads. You know, and her unfortunate event is it looked like there was going to be a way out, at least the road to it. You know, so I understand what Gremlin's talking about. That to him, this was murder. You know, both from everybody that did things to her in her life. There's things I'm not going to talk about. I don't want to trigger anybody, including myself. To the bullies, the people that weren't seeing the pain she was going through. You know, because here's the thing. You know, I understand hiding stuff. I put a big mask up myself. You know, and I'm very good at faking being okay. But the thing that you can't lie is the eyes. You know, because you're not in control of your eyes. So if you're paying close enough attention to somebody and actually looking at them and understanding, you will know a look in their eyes. Maybe you only know it when you go through it. So you can understand that look. This song hurt and pissed me off at the same time. I said it in the beginning. Fuck bullies. Fuck predators. Fuck them all. You know, because this is the end result, right? Because even if you take the subject matter out and you just focus on how she was treated at school by her peers and all that, being an outcast, you know, being social anxiety, whatever it may be, to be bullied and belittled and beat down, that's a problem that costs many lives in itself without the other. Then when you put two and two it's a meeting that should never take place. Because more often than not, the ending isn't good. So yeah, this really sucked. Great song. A song that people need to hear. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. It was good being able to hop back on to a reaction. As always, the link to this video will be in the description below the video, as well as donation link if you're interested at all in that. Since I got demonetized, it will be in the description as well. If you have any requests, do drop them down in the comments. There is no charge for requests. I will get to them when I can get to them. No matter what it is that you're requesting, I will do my best to react to it. Thank you for all your support. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. And remember, you're an awesome person, capable of awesome things, even when your mind's healthy, you're not. And as always, I will leave a light on for anybody